All right, welcome back, everybody. This is September 28th. It's a Thursday. The past few days, we looked at different groups of people who had difficulties in America: women and their right to vote, African Americans facing, especially African Americans living in the South under Jim Crow laws. Today and then tomorrow, we're going to talk about American imperialism. I mean, America's attempt at building an empire, trying to maintain an empire, and whether or not that succeeds. So, the Bellinger question today is asking, what is an empire? If you have book pages 351, you can flip to that one and see what an empire is. But then I asked you to name a famous empire in world history. As you can see from the Bellinger page here, the nav I give, Alexander the Great's empire here. No, Darth Vader does not count as an empire, but I just kind of do that to try to be funny. You can laugh, whatever. But Alexander the Great had one of the great empires. Also, some of the other empires we look at are Roman and also Mongolia. You can see how large some of these empires were for the people who conquered those. Obviously, Rome being from Italy, and they expanded other territories. They had one authority in Rome that helps to control multiple diverse locations under one system of government. Mongolia did the same thing. Mongolia's origins were in this section here in Asia, surrounded by China and Russia. So Mongolia began here, and it spread all of its own unique heritages across most of Arabia, Southeast Asia, and into Europe even. So large empires here in this case. We also talked about what was needed to make an empire. So think about some of those factors, write those down in your Bellinger, and then hopefully if you come back tomorrow, you'll be able to see and get the last Bellinger question before you turn stuff in. What I also want to remind you of today is that we have a test coming up on Tuesday. If you look at the very top of the Progressive Era page, I have a test study guide for you here. If you have this study guide and you want to keep working on it, please do. The book pages are next to each question. If you do not have the study guide yet, please download this, print it out, and make sure you are able to start working on that because this is going to be due Tuesday. Now, Monday next week, we're doing a Kahoot game to test our knowledge of the multiple choice questions, which are the first 10 questions on the study guide. But then we'll also work on discussing some of the essay answers. We're not getting into the exact answer because each answer has a choice. But if you have prepared something and you want to bring it in to share with me, or if you want to discuss with the class what you came up with or what will work, don't be afraid to come in and do that because you're going to help each other out here because you need to make sure you know what I'm expecting of you. So please do your best to bring the study guide in on Monday with something prepared, but it is finally due at the end of its final portion is due on Tuesday, the day of the test. I will collect it before I hand out the tests. All right. We continue downward here. You can see the graphic organizer. We will continue. 4 factors of imperialism. Use 353 in your textbook to complete. Here are your 4 factors: economic factors, nationalistic, military, and humanitarian. If you look at the instructions, 353. Fill in the factors related to imperialism. Explain each factor and provide one present-day example. So if you can think of an example that in present day, how these factors impact our need to expand or our need to relate to other countries around the world. The question I can always ask is, why is it our business to get involved with other countries? Why can't we just worry about America? But why? These are 4 reasons why we still need to get involved and why we have to get involved if we have to have a say in the world, or at least be some sort of respectful country in the world. So our country's been doing this forever. It's not just now, but these are some of the 4 factors. And try to give one present-day example for economic, nationalistic, military, and also humanitarian reasons. All right? That's all for today. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to email me. Again, tonight is back to school night. I hope to see some of your parents here. I will be giving them some resources and also be giving them some just outcomes that I want to see for the year. All right? Have a good day.